Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. We are from Group 4 in Class E. This is our team members. Me, Hafiz Aziz. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Hafiz Aziz. I will present the first subtopic in Chapter 4, Personality Factor in Organizational Behaviour, which is Introduction to Personality. Personality. Personality includes both visible behaviour and internal psychological processes. What is personality? Personality is a central concept in understanding human behavior. It's referred to the unique pattern of thoughts, feelings, and behavior that characterize an individual. Personality influences how people perceive the world, interact with others, and respond to various situations. The role of personality in everyday life. Personality impact career choice, leadership styles, and communication preference. For example, introvert may prefer roles that involve independent works, while extroverts may excel in roles requiring frequent interaction. Definition of personality. Now let's take a look at definition of personality that's cited in textbook Organizational Behavior 19th edition by Stephen P. Robbins. In this textbook, define that personality refer to the total number of ways in which an individual react to and interact with the world around them. In more detail, it is defined as personality refer to the enduring characteristic and behavior pattern that comprise an individual unit's adjustment to life, including major traits, interests, drive, value, and self-concept. As additional information, definitions cited from other resources by American Psychological Association (APA) define that personality encompasses the set of characteristics that influence an individual's behavior, thoughts, and feelings in a relatively stable way across different situations. Personality traits. What are personality traits? Personality traits are enduring characteristics that describe an individual's behavior across various situations. Traits like shyness, aggressions, loyalty, and etc. provide measurable indicator of personality. The Big Five personality traits Ocean model will discuss in further detail in the next slides. Understanding personality provides a foundation for exploring the unique ways individuals think, feel, and behave. By examining the patterns and traits that define us, we gain valuable insight into human behavior and the factors that shape our interaction with the world. This foundational knowledge set the stage for deeper exploration into how these traits manifest and influence various aspects of life. Now that we have covered the introduction to personality, I will hand it over to the next presenter to explore the next subtopic. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered how personality is measured in organization? Personality plays a crucial role in how individuals behave at work. Today, I will explain two common methods used to measure personality, which is a self-report service and personality test in hiring. So for the first method is self-report service. These are questionnaire where individuals answer questions about their own personality traits, like how extrovert or conscientious they are. For example, a survey might ask, on a scale from 1 to 5, how outgoing are you? These surveys are widely used because they are quick and easy. However, they have a major limitation, like people might not always answer the question truthfully. Instead, they may choose answers that seem more socially acceptable rather than describing their true behavior. This is why self-report surveys can sometimes be inaccurate. For the second method is personality test in hiring. Many companies use this test to evaluate whether a candidate personality match to the job role. For example, company Big Five use the personality test assess traits like extroversion, agreeableness, and conscientiousness to help the recruiters predict work performance. While useful, these tests also have limitations, just like self-report surveys. Response can be influenced by test taker mood or perception at that time. That's why personality tests should be used alongside other evaluation methods like interview and work sample. So, in summary, measuring personality helps organization To understand workplace behavior, self-report surveys and personality tests provide valuable insight, but they are not always 100% accurate. Employers should use them wisely alongside other hiring tools to get the best result.
Hi everyone, I'm Afzal Surfina, BT Jami'an, and for my part, I'm going to present regarding determinant of personality. There has two determinant of the personality, which is heredity and also environment. For heredity, it can be defined as genetic factor play a significant role in shaping personality trait, which can be example as they can be a similarities between generation in their personality. For example, there are similarity of father and also son in their personality. For the second one is environment, which can be defined factor like upbringing, culture, and experience can contribute to their personality. For example, if someone whether they are introvert or extrovert, it can be depends on the environment they are in to shape their personality, whether they are someone that extrovert or introvert. And also, personality is shaped by both genetic heredity and also life experience, which is environments. There are also a study that being play on the they are being studied on twins that suggest genetic may have a stronger influence, but also environment the twins in, especially their childhood, also matter in shaping their personality. Hence, we can see here even twins which are genetically same since in the womb of the mother, but both heredity, which is genetic, and also environment, which is the life experience they are in, are also significant in shaping that someone's personality. I think it's all for me. Thank you.
The value system. Core value firstly is freedom, freedom of personal autonomy. Second is equality, equal of opportunity. Third is individualism. Individualism focus on self-reliance and personal success. For the impact, influence social policies, interaction and aspiration. Social control. Social control purpose is maintain stability and order in society. For mechanism have two, which is formal and informal. For formal is law, regulation and institution. For informal is pressure, family expectation and culture tradition. And the risk is lack of control leads and to cause to normallessness, which is anomie. Social change. Definition of social change is transformation in societal structures and culture norms. The causes is first is technology, second is social movement, and third is culture diffusion. First, technology, change in communication and lifestyle. For the social movement is advocacy for equality and justice. For the culture diffusion is spread of the culture element globally. Significance is help predict society trends and future challenge. Conclusion: why study sociology? For the benefit is firstly, understand social dynamic and culture diversity. Second, to promote empathy and informed action. Third, address contemporary society challenge. For the takeaway, sociology provide a framework for navigating and improving our shared world.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Muhammad Amar Haziq bin Muhammad Mahdi, and today I'll be talking about two major frameworks used to understand human personality: the Big Five personality model and the Dark Triad of personality. These models help us understand how people think, feel, and behave, from healthy traits to more toxic tendencies. Let's start with the Big Five personality model, which is one of the most widely accepted frameworks in psychology. It describes personality across five broad dimensions. The first is openness to experience. This refers to how open-minded and creative a person is. People high in openness tend to enjoy trying new things, exploring ideas, and thinking outside the box. Those low in openness often prefer routine and are more practical. The second is conscientiousness. This trait reflects how organized, responsible, and goal-oriented someone is. High conscientiousness is linked with strong self-discipline and reliability, while low conscientiousness may involve being more impulsive or careless. The third is extraversion. This is about how outgoing or energetic someone is. Extrovert enjoy social interaction and are more often talkative and assertive. On the other hand, introverts are more reserved and may prefer solitude or smaller social things. Fourth is agreeableness. This dimension reflects kindness, empathy, and cooperativeness. Agreeable individuals are generally compassionate and trusting. Those low in agreeableness might be more critical, competitive, or confrontational. The fifth is emotional stability. People high in neuroticism are more likely to experience stress, anxiety, or mood swings. Low neuroticism means someone tends to stay calm, resilient, and emotionally steady. These 5 traits form a comprehensive picture of personality, and everyone falls somewhere along a spectrum for each one. But while the big 5 focus mostly on normal healthy personality traits, there's another model that looks at the darker side of human behavior, the dark triad of personality. The dark triad includes 3 socially undesirable traits: Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. First is Machiavellianism. It's all about manipulation and strategic thinking. People high in this trait tend to be calculating, pragmatic, and often use others for their own gain. They're good at hiding their true intention and can be very persuasive. Second is narcissism, involve a strong sense of self-importance and a deep need for admiration. Narcissists often seem confident and charming, but underneath they crave validation and can become defensive when criticized. Psychopathy is characterized by a lack of empathy, remorse, and emotionally depth. People with high psychopathic traits can be impulsive, cold, and even reckless, often showing little concern for how other action affects others. These traits are often linked to toxic behavior in a relationship, workplace, and leadership roles. While they're less common than big 5 traits, recognizing them is important, especially in understanding harmful patterns in human interaction. In summary, both the big 5 and the dark triad give us valuable insight into personality. The big 5 help us understand healthy variation in behavior, while the dark triad highly more manipulative or harmful traits. Together, this model offer a fuller picture of what makes us who we are, the good, the bad, and everything in between. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ana Aina binti Ibrahim and I will be explaining about cultural values of Ofsted's framework. For your information, they have 5 dimensions of concept which are power distance, individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, uncertainty avoidance, and long-term versus short-term orientation. Firstly, power distance. Power distance refers to the extent to which less powerful members of a society accept and expect that power is distributed unequally. In high power distance cultures, people are more accepting of hierarchy and centralized authority, where subordinates are less likely to question superiors. On the other hand, in low power distance cultures, power is more equally distributed, and individuals are encouraged to question or challenge authority when necessary. This influences workplace dynamics, leadership styles, and even family structures. Secondly is individualism versus collectivism. This dimension explores whether people in the society prioritize personal goals or group goals. Individualistic cultures values personal freedom, self-expression, and individual achievement. People are expected to take care of themselves and their immediate family. In contrast, collectivist cultures emphasize loyalty to the group, community, or family. Harmony and group cohesion are valued more than personal desires, and decisions are often made with the well-being of the group mind. Next is masculinity versus femininity. This dimension indicates whether a culture leans towards traditionally masculine traits like competitiveness, ambition, and material success, or feminine traits such as care, cooperation, and quality of life. Masculine societies tend to value achievement,
assertiveness and distinction between gender roles. Meanwhile, feminine societies focus on nurturing roles, consensus building, and balancing work and life. This affects not only gender roles, but also workplace behavior and societal expectation. Next, we have uncertainty avoidance. Uncertainty avoidance measures how comfortable a society is with ambiguity, risk, and the unknown. Firstly, high uncertainty avoidance cultures prefer strict rules, formal procedure, and clear structures to minimize unpredictability. These societies may resist change and innovation. Secondly, we have low uncertainty avoidance cultures are more relaxed and open to change. They tend to be more entrepreneurial and tolerant of different viewpoints and behaviors. Last but not least, we have long-term versus short-term orientation. This dimension reflects a culture's attitude towards time and planning. Firstly, long-term oriented cultures values perseverance, thrift, and adaptability to changing circumstances for future benefits. They focus on long-term goals, education, and sustainable success. Secondly, short-term oriented cultures, however, prioritize respect for tradition, fulfilling social obligation, and quick results. They tend to emphasize the present and past rather than future outcomes. Last but not least, conclusion of our topic. In understanding personality and cultural values in organizational behavior, we gain valuable insight into what drives individual and group behavior within the workplace. By recognizing personality traits through frameworks like the Big Five and MBTI, managers can make informed decisions about team roles, interpersonal dynamics, and job sustainability. Additionally, understanding values, both personal and cultures, is crucial for fostering a workplace where employees feel aligned, motivated, and satisfied. That's all from us. Thank you so much.